You know, Lauren had come down here, talked to us. I said, he's promising a lot. I'll try it.
It took me 6 months to get up enough nerve to say I'm gonna try them. But when I made up my mind, I made it up. I said, I'm gonna stay with them a year.
We didn't start feeding hay till January the 2nd. You know, just had dormant Bermuda grass and they just kept eating it. And there was a 30-day savings. Just in hay, it's probably been $40 to $50 a head.
Before we got on the Rio, we had like a $350 winter bill on our cattle. Hay was high. This year, we're gonna be at, I just figured it last night, 189 bucks. You know, that's a big savings.
We were saving 4 or 5 rolls a week on 90 head. It pretty much paid for my tubs.
People have asked me, how can you pay that kind of money for a tub? In our operation, the tub pays for itself. It has to work or we can't pay our bills.
The ease of it is one thing that we like. The guys that work for me sure do. We were putting out liquid feed like weekly, and it was a job. It would take us, you know, 1 or 2 days each week to put out, you know, other types of feed. Where this way we just throw some tubs on and we go by checking cattle. If we need one, we kick it out. Yeah, I think my guys might quit if I went to something else where we had to really work hard to feed them.
Your other tubs, I'm gonna say you'd be probably once a week. You know, these here 3, 4, 5 weeks, just depending. When your labor is spread thin, it sure helps.
You can see the difference in the cow patties. They were more creamy, and it's not near as much fiber in it.
It dissolves. You know, you look up and most of it's gone. You know, there's more protein going through them.
You know, they're doing a better job of digesting, and I assume that's the reason that they don't have to have as much, because they're doing such a better job of digesting what they are taking in.
The cattle really started shining. Their hair coats in the spring was like a copper penny. And the cowboys that came to work and said, man, we just can't believe how well your cattle look compared to last year. We just don't have any predator problem. We hadn't had any death loss. So the calves, when they hit the ground, they're up. The cows are milking. We always give a pink eye shot. I stopped that. We've had 2 or 3 with scours. We used to get 15, 20, or 30, or half the calf crop had scours. If we kick a calf out, that's $250, $300. So you get 10 or 12, that gets to be real money. If you're down 1 or 2, you can kind of take that and go.
So we rebred them after they calved the first calf. And this year, where last year they calved February and March for 2 months, this year in December, already had 8 calves on them out of 50. And then by sometime in January, I counted, and I had 25 or 26. So over half of them had moved up a month. It's hard to even get a second calf heifer bred, much less moving up a month or a month and a half. So I didn't do anything different, but had them on the tubs. When you can move those things up or get them to breed in the first cycle of your breeding season, well, you know, you've gained 50, 60 pounds probably on a calf. And today's price, that's a good bit of money.
We were running a loose mineral, and the milk bags, you could probably put enough milk to fill up a little sandwich bag. And once we got on the tub, that was filling up a gallon Ziploc bag, and it was just incredible to see the size of the bags go from a softball to a size of a volleyball.
Weaning weights were a little bit higher. The shipping weights of grazing stockers was higher. I would have guessed 50, 75 pounds. Round up figuring $2, $100, $150, pretty quick.
You know, we can feed a quarter of a pound for 48 cents, and you can't hardly feed anything for 48 cents a day. I'm feeding cheaper than I've ever have. So it's no problem. I mean, it's always a problem to come up with that much money, but far as me being worried that I'm gonna get it back or that it's paying for itself, there's no doubt. So I found something maybe a little better, that it's not costing me anything to feed it, because I'm getting it back. It's all about the bottom line, and that's good.